Today we're going to be doing a natural makeup look. If you guys are interested, continue watching. I know it's been about 2 years since I last uploaded. That was during quarantine time and I had a lot of time on my hand, but I'm back and I'm ready to be making makeup videos, skincare videos, vlogs, and really consistently upload because it's something I really enjoy doing. So if you guys are interested in continue watching this video and my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and continue watching. So we're gonna get straight into the video because I don't like when people jibber jabber too much. Like, I know you guys are trying to see a natural everyday makeup look, so here we are. We're gonna be doing a natural everyday makeup look right now. Okay, so I already did this off camera, but like I moisturized my skin already off camera because I like to let it sit for like 5-10 minutes before I do my makeup, but I'm going to show you guys what I use. So first thing is I bought this at Macy's Backstage for exactly $5.99. I still have the tag on it. Yes, I do. And I was a little iffy about it because something cheap this big, it's a 16 fluid ounce bottle, so I was like, is this gonna break me out? I don't know. I'm very prone to breaking out. Okay, but I've been using this for the past 2 weeks and honestly I freaking love it. It's a vitamin C face cream, literally. That's all it is. It's a vitamin C face cream. It smells really good. I wasn't too sure about it, but it actually is really good. So if you have sensitive skin, this is not going to break you out. It's actually going to help you. If anything, I feel like it's brought in brightness to my skin a lot more, which is really good. And I don't break out, which is a huge thing because a lot of things make me break out. So what I do is I put that all over my skin. Another step that I do that I want to let my dry skin queens know is if you have certain parts of your face that dry up more than others, like for example, all here, I'm pretty good. So that's where I put this moisturizer on. On my nose though, I get super flaky on my nose and it really messes up my makeup routine. It really does because it literally, like, my makeup flakes. It just doesn't look good. One thing that I noticed that really helps me is the Olay Active Hydration Cream. I freaking love this. It's actually really good. I've been using it for the past few weeks. I bought this off Amazon. You could get it at any drugstore. I just happened to get it on Amazon and it actually is so hydrating to your skin if you have dry skin. If you, like I said, have certain parts of your face that dry, you can use it on one part, and then if you don't want to over hydrate other parts of your skin that don't dry so much, like if you have combination skin, that's what I'm getting at. Okay, you can do this like I'm telling you, just do it on a certain part. Okay, but if your whole skin is dry, you can literally use this whole thing on your face. So what I did with this is I, took a little bit and I just on my nose. Like I said, I like to let my moisturizer sit for about 5-10 minutes. Listen, if you don't have time, if you're rushing to work, you can let it sit for a minute or two. Just let it like get tacky. Let it dry up a little bit, okay? But if you have the time, let it sit for 5-10 minutes. It's even better. Let it really get in there. Let it soothe, Next, what I do is I put primer on. You have to put primer on if you're using makeup, all right? You need something to settle your makeup, to let it sit and to let it last. So this is my holy grail. Right here is my holy grail. I'm sorry, but I know this is like years people been using it before. I know this is still like what, a 2016 2017 maybe like primer. I'm still in the 2016 2017 primer, or 2016 2017 era of makeup. I'm not over it. I'm sorry. Okay, so I really like this primer. I think this primer is great, and if it works for me, I just like to use it. I will be trying other primers, of course, for you guys, but this is my go-to natural makeup look, so I really like this. I'm sorry, I didn't even say it's a poreless putty primer from e.l.f. I want to say this averages about $7-8 for a primer, which isn't too bad compared to other prices of high-end and even other drugstore makeup. e.l.f. tends to be pretty cheap and they're pretty good. So I use about this much, all right? And I like this because it gets rid of any open pores that you may have. It makes your skin look smooth and ready to go for makeup. And it actually works really well. There's certain primers that say they do that, but they don't. But this actually does it, so yeah. Once I go ahead and put my primer on, I go ahead and do a setting spray for even extra protection. I like to do primers and setting sprays. It really just... Setting spray for even extra protection.
action added to your shopping list. Is that right?
Why is Echo talking to me?
I added why is Echo talking to me to your shopping list.
What is going on? Anyways, that was weird. So this is the setting spray that I like to use, okay? This is actually a new setting spray that I just tried maybe like a few weeks ago. As you can tell, I'm at this much left. I really like it. This is the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. It's super good. It helps your makeup sit really well, makes your makeup last. It says up to 16 hours. I didn't test out a whole 16 hours, but it does help your makeup last nearly all day, up to 8 hours, 8 maybe to 10 hours. So I would say it's really good. So I go ahead and just spray that over my face. So once I put my setting spray on, my primer, all that stuff, I like to let it sit for about 2-3 minutes, you know, just to let it really get in there. I also like to moisturize my lips because it's winter time and my lips, look at them. And I bite my lips. I'm sorry. I'm an anxiety lip biter. I can't help it. But Vaseline, please. It's literally my go-to always. Call me old school, but Vaseline is literally the go-to. I don't care what anyone says. It literally solves all my problems with my lips. And it lasts forever. Look how big this thing is and look how much I've used. It literally lasts forever. And it's what, like maybe $4 or $5? But it lasts forever. Okay, so now we're ready to actually put the makeup on. Another step that I like to do that I feel like a lot of people probably do, Beauty Blender, setting spray. I like to spray my setting spray on the Beauty Blender. Yes, I worded that right. So I just like to go ahead, just a little bit, nothing too crazy, okay? Because we don't want to waste too much. We don't want to waste too much. And I'm shaking it, okay? So it doesn't like get soaked. Yeah. Okay, so remember, this is an all natural makeup look. So we're gonna try to not go crazy, okay? So hold on. I found it. I was looking for my foundation. Again, I'm stuck in the 2016 makeup era. I can't freaking help it, okay? Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna for sure make an effort to try new foundations, new concealers, new setting sprays, new primers, all that stuff. But for now, I'm showing you my go-to. So, my Maybelline. If you know, you know, all right? Even if you weren't in the 2016 makeup era, you have to know about this foundation. Have to, all right? It's the Matte+Poreless. They also have a dewy one, but I like the Matte+Poreless because I don't like my skin. Sometimes it gets a little too oily, you know, or too dewy and it looks oily, and I don't like that. I just don't, okay? So I really like this one. So it's in the color Ivory, 115 Ivory, and yes, it's a Matte+Poreless. It's normal to oily skin, okay? If you have, like I said, dry skin, the dewy one might work for you, but I told you I only have like combination skin where part of my nose gets super dry in the winter. Summer, no, but in the winter, yes. So doing dewy would just, I don't know, I feel like this is like the perfect in between, and it's never done me dirty. This one's never done me dirty, and it covers really well. As you can tell, I have like leftover scars. I used to have really bad acne when I was middle school to high school. I had bad acne for about 10 years. All right, so now it's just kind of like my leftover scars and stuff. I don't make a big whoop about it because it's not that serious to me because of how bad my skin was, but you know, this covers up really well. So if you have acne or scarring, it's really good. It's like full coverage. Okay, so I go ahead and I put this on the back of my hand. Okay, we don't want to go overboard. Remember, we're doing natural. If we're doing a full coverage, that's a different story, you know, but we're doing natural. So I feel like this is good for a whole layer, maybe even 2, okay? So we're gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and we're just gonna tap. We're not dragging, we're tapping. You see what I'm talking about? How can this not be my go-to since 2016? How can it not? Look at that coverage. Oh my God. This is with 1 layer of makeup. And I still have, literally, like I said, some left over from like the little patch I did on my back of my hand. I mean, it just, I just love this foundation so much, okay? I just love it. So just so I can use this, once I do the 1 layer, I like to let it get a little tacky, but not too tacky. And then I'll just go in and just with whatever's left over here and just do some like little parts that I feel like maybe I want to be covered more. So I finished the whole layer and then the little leftover I did, and I have nothing left in the back of my hand. Literally, this is just a little coverage on the back of my hand and nothing I can use. So I take a makeup wipe and I like to just wipe that off. Boom, boom. Okay, and then I like to wipe my lips off as well and a little bit of my eyebrows. Next, what I like to do is I like to highlight under my eyes a little bit. Very little though, because remember, it's an all natural look, but this is just gonna bring a little brightness into, like, life into your skin, into your face, into your makeup. So, oh, and I'm using the Nyx HD Studio. This is actually a little bit of a new one that I use. Typically, I would use the CoverGirl Infallible, I believe it was called, concealer, and that one was amazing. But I just recently discovered this one probably a few weeks ago when I went on Amazon and bought like a bunch of makeup for myself, old makeup, and I tried like some new things, and this one actually really like it. It's in the color it's in the color Porcelain. If I don't know if you guys can see that, I don't think so, but yeah. So what I do is literally I do a triangle. I don't want to go too crazy because I'm trying to make this a more subtle, natural look, okay? So we just like to do a little triangle and a little bit on the eyelids. Do I look crazy? Yeah. Okay. When it comes to spreading under my eyes, I like to use my fingers because I get a better coverage. And I feel like I can get more in there than if I used a brush or a beauty blender. This is what it looks like with just one layer, like I showed you under my eyes. Typically, if I'm doing full coverage, I'll do maybe up to 2.5 layers to get a full coverage. I'm sorry if I don't know if you guys hear that. Those are my cats. Guys, chill out. My God. I don't know if you can see. Yep, one over there. Yeah, they're a lot to handle sometimes. Yeah, have 5. But anyways, so yeah, I only did one layer, and that's all I really wanted. Just wanted like a little brightness, nothing crazy. I wasn't looking for full coverage under my eyes or anything like that. So yeah, so my next step, what I like to do is I like to go in again. This is a throwback one, okay? I know there's probably new powders out there. I will try them soon for you guys, but I like to go in. I already have my powder situated in here, but it's the here, I'll show you. It's under here, the Airspun Loose Face Powder. Holy grail, man. Holy grail, the real OG. I love this one. It's in the color Translucent. Okay, so it's really good for like setting your powder, setting your foundation, that type of stuff with no like color added to it. And then I go in with my Real Techniques brush. I'm not, like I said, since I'm doing an all natural makeup look, I'm not gonna bake under my eyes because, like I said, I'm not looking for that full coverage effect. I'm just looking for something a little subtle but cute, and so I look alive. You guys want to say hi to my cat? Come here, Bubba. Jack. He's being shy for the camera, but he's an orange tabby and he has one eye. We rescued him about 2 years ago. Want to say hi, Bubba? There he is. Ugh, he's my heart and joy. He's like the biggest, like when I tell you he's the biggest baby, the biggest baby. Once I do under my eyes and on my eyelids, I'm gonna just powder my nose as well because that has to get set. I like to go in on my forehead. A little bit, just a little bit, like here, and the neck. My last and final step, just so I can add a little color into this all natural look is blush. But when I tell you the blush I'm going to use is so subtle and the amount I'm using is so subtle, it's literally nothing crazy. So using my Wet n Wild in the color Pinch Me Pink. If you want to keep it like this, you're more than welcome to, if this is more than enough for you, right? For a natural look, beautiful. I just like to add just a little blush. That's it. Typically I'd be using like contour, bronzer, highlighter, you know, for that full coverage look. But this, you know, you're more than welcome to use some blush. It's not gonna kill your natural look. Watch. Once I add that blush, I'll go in with the flat part of my beauty blender and I'll just spread it. And I like doing this as a final step in general when it comes to me adding my foundation, powder, all that stuff, because it gets rid of any excess powder and it just makes your makeup look smoother. And the last thing I like to do, I like to just add a little bit of mascara. One layer, we're not going anything crazy. This is optional if you want to add mascara. If you don't, I just like to because powder kind of gets on my eyelashes, so I feel like this just kind of clears that out. So we're not doing anything crazy, so I'm literally doing one layer. And that's it. A little setting spray. This is a great makeup look for school, work. If you literally have like 10 minutes to do your makeup, this took a little time because I'm explaining to you guys, I'm talking with you guys, but honestly, all in all, this takes like 10 minutes. It does not take long at all, okay? Or if you're just looking for a natural look, if you don't like that full coverage effect and you just, you know, want to look alive, this is a perfect makeup look for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.